How you guys doing? Welcome to the MLC. That stands for the Mr. Limba channel. This your host and your brother, Mr. Limba. All right. Now, I got a few questions this week. It's been like 5 months since I got my first question. And then suddenly this week is like an abundance of questions. And when you guys do that, videos come a lot faster, right? Because, I don't have to formulate nothing. I could just go ahead and answer your questions and make life a lot easier, since I am very busy now. So basically right now, if you're hearing some background noises, I apologize. That's because I'm kind of on the road. I just pulled up in a parking spot. Your brother's about to go shopping. So, you might be hearing some noises around me as people move their vehicles. But anyway, this question basically is about a brother who was being flaked on, right? He said, a while back I dropped some videos about the game. And he said, I like how you dropped it because you dropped it in relation to good women. My level of approach, he basically was saying he liked it because I was approaching very cautious because I'm dealing with women that are supposed to be decent women, right? But at the same time, I decided to get off of that because that was not really my MO, I said, let me just teach brothers what to avoid and what to keep away from, and what to look for if you want a good woman. But, he wanted to know what to do, right? When a woman is flaking like this, she not really staying on him. She make a date, and then she don't show up, or she says that she got to cancel last minute, something came up, or she says, I don't know, let me see if I have time, and all this other BS. By BS, I'm talking about bad science. Now, as a man, you must understand female nature, right? I'm going to get deeper into this in this channel. I keep saying that, so stay tuned, right? Woman nature. My father used to always say that, he still says it actually, that women are like children, and when I was a blue pill male, not really by nature, but from what I've been taught, I kind of, had to become blue pill. I kind of used to get mad at him. I felt like he was insulting women, right? Like he was just talking bad about women. But as I gotten older, I realized it was nothing but facts. No hate from the man whatsoever, right? He was just basically spitting straight facts. Women are like kids, right? They do a lot of things that are childlike, They do a lot of things that don't make no sense, which is kind of part of their nature because they're naturally kind of immature, and they kind of play games when they're not supposed to. But you got to teach women respect like children. You got to teach children respect. You got to teach women respect. A lot of women will take you for granted and take your time for granted, right? Women have to be taught all the time. So you have to be the master teacher when dealing with women, even if it's your wife. Because we could talk about Mgtow and Ibmor, but most of us ain't monks, right? We like women. It don't matter how spiritual we are, how much into the good book we are. At some point in our lifetime, we're going to mess with women here and there. It happens. You have the urges. It's a natural urge. And the only reason most of us ain't doing it probably completely the most highest way is because the women are completely the women that Solomon teaches us to stay away from. Right? So basically, you wouldn't be doing it right anyway if you try to do it in the sanctity of the home and marriage and all that, because the women you're doing it with is the exact women that the Bible teaches us to stay away from. But I don't want to get too much off topic, right? Women, you got to keep teaching them. You always got to teach a woman, even if you're married. So when you're dealing with a woman like this, you got to teach her to respect your time. Women will play games with your time. That's real talk. They'll straight up play games with your time. If you always, I remember one of my videos, Sex Appeal, where I talked about the technology, the media outlets. Stop giving women attention. Women are attention whores. Pardon my language. But that's basically what they do. They like attention more than they like sex. Okay? So you, on the other hand, you trying to have sex. So you think if you give her all the attention and all the emotional input that she's going to go ahead and deliver sex. But you have to understand, in my video, I talked about masters of emotions and manipulations. that a woman is not always fair. Usually women are unfair and they rarely see they're wrong because it's about how they feel. If they feel good about doing you wrong, guess what they're going to do, right? They're going to do you wrong. It's not really much morals there. There's not many higher value and standard in their way of thinking. They just don't give two craps about your feelings, right? So, you know, she's not going to reciprocate your attention with sex. She's just going to take your attention and say, good. Okay. So what you have to understand is women, first of all, like what they like. I said that in about 2 videos. One video I went into it in details. I think it's called the only dating advice you'll ever need, or the best, something about dating advice you'll ever need, right? You'll see it somewhere there on my list. Women like what they like. That's number one. So if a woman is flaking on you, chances are she doesn't like you that much, right? And don't feel offended by it, right? Because you are always the man. Always know that. You're always the man, right? It's never anything that you should be feeling bad about because a woman says she don't want you or whatever. Don't worry about that. All right? There's many women out here. If anyone is in scarcity, there's women, because there's less men than women. So we have the abundance. They have the scarcity. So understand that. Now, you got to make sure she likes you. If a woman is flaking on you, chances are she doesn't like you. Or if she kind of like you, she's taking advantage of the fact that you're really into her and she's wasting your time. So what you got to do is back off. Don't push her away. See, that's a difference, right? I'm going to make a video on that. You don't need to be rude to her. You just need to calmly, because a man is always centered. I used to teach that. A man is never shaken. Right? You're centered. No need to get mad. Just back away. Back up. Give her some space. And see if she reciprocates that space that you give her with trying to close that space. It's the yin and the yang, right? It's the balance of nature, the negative and the positive. The Japanese philosophy of martial arts. When someone push, you pull. That gives you extra momentum because now you're using their own strength against them, right? See, if they push and you push, destruction happens, right? But if they push and you pull them, you're using your force and you're adding it to their force, and that force now is completely against them. So you got to understand that. So when you're dealing with her, you're going to back away. You're not going to push her away. You're going to back away. And you make it seem like you're very cool and collected, and you just give her an option, right? You probably tell her, you know what? That's cool. But, you know, if you ever free or whatever it is, or you got some time, let me know and I'll let you know if I'm available and we could work something out. That's all you got to do, right? Don't worry about it. It's not like you're in a race to get this virgin woman, right? You're dealing with women nowadays, 99%, not all of them, but 99% of these women have been with men before. So you're not trying to save or salvage nothing, all right? Maybe salvage, but she definitely ain't saving nothing or preventing nothing, right? If anything is, she eventually gonna come back to you, right? So if she doesn't, oh well, you don't have to waste your time, your money. Maybe you went out and got a fresh haircut. Like, look, don't worry about all that, because now you're not wasting time no more. She will realize that, one, you're not desperate, you're not all over her, and don't give her the attention on the phone. If she wants your attention, she got to come get it in person. All right? She needs to work for it, right? She got to give something to get something. You don't just give her whatever she wants. You got to teach women to respect you. You brothers got to get that. You know, I hope I didn't say it too long or too much or whatever, but I'm just trying to keep it real with you and keep it 100. If you don't teach women to respect you, they won't. They're like children, right? They will do something, you tell them no, they do it again until you smack them on the hand. Now, a woman you're not going to smack, but you're going to teach her with your actions, right? She completely understands that you're disappointed that the date didn't go through, or that she didn't come through, or that you guys were supposed to have sex and it didn't happen. She completely understands that, right? It's not like she doesn't get it. She gets it. She just don't care. Because her emotions is telling her whatever she's feeling right now, that's what's important. And you need to make sure you set her straight. Right? So what you do, you give her space. I'm going to wrap this up. You give her space. or you let her set the time. Now you back up. If she wants you enough, she'll try to set a time. Don't worry about all the sorry, this came up. Don't worry about it. Don't figure it out. You don't need to know what happened. As far as you're concerned, you don't care what happened. That's for her to figure out whether or not she needs to make time to see you, because she sees you as important enough in her life. If she can't see that, she got to go. Don't waste no time. Remember, the key is you can't make women like you, okay? The only thing you can do is turn a woman off, right? You can't make her like you. So if she don't like you, stop trying to buy her stuff that ain't gonna make her like you. Stop trying to spend all this money. It's not gonna make her like you. Stop trying to kiss her butt. It's not gonna make her like you. Don't let her waste your time. It's not gonna make her like you. They like what they like and who they like, okay? Don't go get buff in the gym thinking that now that you got muscles and a six-pack, she gonna like you. Do that only because you want that or you want to be healthy. Because I've been in shape where I'm muscular or I'm really slim, and women have told me, look, I like my dudes kind of chunky. They're like a teddy bear. And I'm sitting back thinking, you like the brother with the man boobs? That's the real talk. See, the issue is you don't know what she likes. So stop trying to become Mystique from X-Men and start morphing into different shapes, and a shapeshifter, basically. That's not your job. Your job is to be the best version of who you are and who you want to become. And see which woman is smart enough to gravitate towards such a glorious man. You need to value yourself and your time. And you're going to teach her to do the same. She flakes too much, get rid of her, or just put her on the back burner. Go deal with another woman. Because after all, your time is important. You're like the scientific blue moon. That's where the expression comes from, once in a blue moon. It's rare. All right? I'm like Christmas. I come around once a year. You understand? I'm like a date in the year. I only come around once a year. You understand? She got to understand that. You got to make her understand that you are that valuable. And you got to understand that you are that valuable. And if you're worried about her getting with another dude, don't. Remember, she just made a big mistake. As a man, you must value yourself to the highest degree. Okay? I'm not better than you, right? In your head, you got to be better than me. In my head, I'm going to be better than you. Because as a man, you must see yourself as a great example that you're always working on to make better. Teach women to respect you. It boils down to respect. If she's not meeting her deadlines or her dates with you, is because she don't respect you or your time. And you're going to teach her to do so. You're not going to get mad. She's going to be so mind-boggled that this man just so calmly moved away and relaxed that I'm not in his presence. Ugh, I don't understand it. Right? Because you know what you're doing? You hollering at another chick. Right? You don't got time to sit around waiting on a woman. That's her job, to sit down and wait on a man. Your job as a man is to move on. You're always moving. The masculine energy is a driving force. Driving force does not stop. You understand? That's why masculine energy requires the feminine energy to yield, because you don't stop. So in order not to have a collision, the feminine must yield to you, aka submission. I'm going to teach you guys this in more detail later on. But until then, back off, right? Back off. Don't sit around texting her all the time. If she want to text and talk on the phone, she got to meet you up and make it happen, right? And if she doesn't, that's too bad. Anyway, I ain't going to make this any longer. It's your boy, Mr. Limber, with much love. I'm out.